comfortable.
All right, good. Assume the casual.
Assume the cash. Hey everybody, welcome to Seriously Lighthearted Yoga. Today we're going to be talking about setting up your own home practice.
Yeah, it's about time to start thinking about that.
Yeah. We've been covering a lot of different topics over the course of
9
this
months.
year so far, and I think it's about time that we start thinking about bringing it into your own home and
Not
taking
that you aren't
control.
there already watching these videos, but like, what,
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, for home practice, there are sort of a few things that I would recommend keeping in mind. But first, the idea of a home practice is, for whatever your reason is for doing it, maybe yoga classes are not somewhere where you really feel like you're thriving because everyone else is better than you, like you feel self-conscious going. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe you aren't getting the benefit of the class because there are certain things that you need to work on that you just never get to in a class. Home practice is something that happens for all of these reasons. So it might be that you are, again, the beginner, you might be the advanced, you might be just for whatever reason you feel you need a home practice. If you decide to do it, my recommendations are to try and begin to schedule it in. So maybe start at once or twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, mixing in other classes as well if you are still trying to kind of transition into it. Work up to maybe 3 to 5 times a week when you're practicing at home by yourself. The other thing I would say is the amount of time that you do it for is a little bit different because being at home has a different feel to it. Being by yourself practicing has a very different feel to it than, say, going to a class and being with a bunch of other people. You don't have the camaraderie. The motivation has to come from you. You have to be aware of everything that you're doing on the mat because you don't have an instructor guiding you. All of these things kind of lend themselves to having, for starters at least, slightly shorter home practices. I would say you could start at even like a half hour. If you can practice for a half hour and give it a good yoga try, that's a good place to start. Maybe work up to about an hour. And again, transition into it so that you can kind of build the habit that you need to have a good functioning home practice. But for starters, the time and the scheduling, 2 things that you should start to think about.
Yeah, and it should be a kind of a smooth transition. And so if you're attending yoga classes, you don't need to quit your yoga classes like cold turkey and just start a home practice. It should kind of transition over time, maybe over the course of a few months, until you really get into a rhythm in your home practice. And like Kai is saying, you can have any reason or excuse for wanting to do a home practice. It could be monetary, it could be time based, it could be maybe you're not getting what you want to out of the yoga classes you're attending, but it's could be a potentially large benefit to you and your yoga practice. So keep that in mind. We'll kind of be talking a bit more about this in the next coming days. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Give somebody a high five. We'll see you guys tomorrow.